Tonight's delight is a La Flor Dominicana. It's called a double ligero. This is a cigar that's supposed to be as highly rated as 94. Well, we will find out. You see the wedge shape? I've never had a wedge-shaped cigar. And a description of this says, La Flor Dominicana Double Ligero, and that's the cigar here, received an impressive 94 rating. Crafted to look like a mini wedge, this dark cigar has a notably firm draw, though each puff is full of pepper and spice that become hearty with leather and more intense. Well, I've never had leather taste in a cigar. Let's see if that happens. La Flor Dominicana Double Ligero. Dark wrapper, 6-inch cigar, about a little over 3/4 diameter. Lit up very nice. Didn't even have to use the entire match length to do it. Nice draw. Easy draw. It's not, I don't have to suck on it like I'm priming a pump. Very enjoyable so far. My fingers touching the cigar, they smell spicy. I can already tell it had spices on it. So far I say, yeah, it could be a 94. Let's see how it goes. La Flor Dominicana, the flower of the Dominican Republic. Double Ligero. So far, very tasty. I'm enjoying it. It's in the 90s, that's for sure. Easy to draw. And I do like this wedge end. Seems more comfortable in your mouth. No, liking it, and the burn is good. I'm happy with it. It's getting towards the end of August in South Florida, and I am sitting outside enjoying my cigar. Why? Because it's rained on and off today, and it's nice and cool out here. Still tacky, humid, but nevertheless good enough to smoke a cigar. And I got my lounge chair outside, watching TV, enjoying my La Flor Dominicana and a glass of wine. Oh, I gotta look. Where's the camera? This side. Okay. I keep looking this way. I need to look this way. Sorry about that. But I'm trying to talk loud because the camera does not pick up my voice very well. This is a cell phone camera. And if I don't talk loud enough, then I have to increase the volume on the video through software, which is a hassle. So I try to speak loud now so I don't have to increase the volume. But La Flor Dominicana is coming along nice, very enjoyable. I ordered cigars today, and I've been ordering them from the same place for probably the last 6-7 years. Well, I'm tired of ordering cigars from there, especially since all I could get was what I want is I like the samplers, because it gives me different cigars to review. If I get a box of the same kind, what am I going to do? Review the same cigar 20 times? No, I like to have the variety samplers, and that gives me different cigars to review, like this one tonight, come in a sampler group. But I didn't order from the same place this time, the first time in years, because I was going to end up with another PDR 1878, which I reviewed the last time. I did not like it. I said, I'm not getting another one of those cigars. Even though I may like the rest of them they came with, I do not want that one. So I ordered it from another place, and I haven't had a Cohiba in a long time. And they were offering a Cohiba in their samplers. So I'm looking forward to that. A different cigar company, and it's going to give me a Cohiba. which I haven't had. I love cohibas. I've never had one I didn't enjoy except the black label ones. I will not take a cigar if it's a cohiba black label. I found those to be terrible cigars. I think they're Nicaraguan cigars, not Dominican. So anyways, I'm looking forward to getting a new batch of cigars and getting back to getting my cohiba. A couple days ago, I was looking out my front window, and my front window looks down a street. I like that much better than the front window that just looks out on the house in front of me. So I look down the street, and what do I see is a young couple walking, holding hands, and their like 5 or 6 year old child in front of them on a bicycle with training wheels. And I thought that was such a delightful image. A loving couple and their child watching over and protecting their child as the child is bicycling along with training wheels. And it made me think when I learned how to ride a bicycle. Well, my father bought me a bicycle and he showed me how to ride it, but I didn't catch on too well. So I had my friend teach me how to ride a bicycle in an alley. And his name was Whitey. Well, I got white hair, right? Well, his name was Whitey, and he was probably around 10 or 11 years old teaching me, I'm younger, how to ride a bicycle. And he was called Whitey because he was born with white hair, and there wasn't a black speck at all in his head. So Whitey taught me how to ride a bicycle. He put me on it and gave me a shove. Well, the bicycle I learned how to ride was 28-inch wheel. All wheels are standard 26. This was 28. This thing was like sitting on top of a mountain. And it was probably the last 28-inch wheel bike that was ever made. Anyways, it reminded me how I had to learn how to ride a bike, and he just shoved me, and I just kept going, and eventually I learned how to ride a bike. Thank you, Whitey. Well, I hope he's alive today. If he is, he's older than me. This Flor Dominicana cigar is passing the test. It's rated at 94. It could be a 94. Enjoyable taste. Nice burn. Easy to draw. Everything I'm looking for in a cigar. A pleasurable smoke is not a great smoke. What I call a great smoke is a Davidoff. That's a great smoke. But this, I guarantee you will enjoy it. La Flor Dominicana, highly recommended. Well, I got to tell you another story about Whitey, the young guy that taught me how to ride a bike. He was my buddy. And I was 6 years old selling newspapers on a corner in town. Can you imagine a 6-year-old selling newspapers? Well, that's what I did. And on a Sunday, he come by while I was selling newspapers, and he said to me, "You want to go to church?" Well, I'd never been to church before. I said, "Sure, I'll go to church." And he took me down the block to a Catholic church in Detroit. It was called the Chapel of the Little Flower. And that's the first time I went to church, and he's the one who introduced me to going to church. And he went to school right next door to the church. It's called St. Patrick's Grade School. And that's where I eventually went to school also. I started there in like the first or second grade at St. Patrick's. So I owe a lot to Whitey. Thank you, buddy.